dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. It's a three-part meditation process. The first part of that dharana is concentration. So I pick an object and I ask my mind to focus on only that object. So I'm saying, don't pay attention to any of this other stuff going on, focus on one object. So it's very much an active process. I'm choosing an object and I'm directing my attention to that object. And then after that, what can happen once the mind is fixed, it becomes receptive. So it starts receiving information about the object. So first we focus on the form of the object, there it is, and then we start to get insight into the nature of the object. So the way that I perceive this, the way that I experience it, is that the mind is steady. So then chitta vritti nirodha, the fluctuations of the mind become still. And then what that does is allows us to start seeing and listening with the heart. So a deeper kind of perception, more intuitive understanding, more receptive. I'm receiving information about the object of my choosing. And then once we've done that, we fix our attention, we start to receive, there's this two-way communication, then we merge with the object. We become the object and we take on its qualities. We understand it from the inside. And so this is the insight of the great sages like Patanjali, who gave us all the mantras, the practices. This is how they received them. Sometimes in meditation, sometimes through the use of sacred plants, sometimes through fasting, and also through chanting we can receive this kind of insight. So when we choose a mantra, manas, tra means support for the mind. So it's something that helps our mind become focused. And kind of the way I think about it, we're dog people. So we've got our dog Kingston is over there sitting on the chair, sleeping, breathing deeply. He's our ultimate teacher. He shows us how to just relax. So kind of the way I think about something like a mantra is that, okay, so say we're trying to do something like this and Kingston is really agitated. He needs to go outside and he's coming over to us. He's jumping up on us and bugging us. Well, we don't want him to be doing that because we want to focus on what we're doing here. So a really good technique is to give him a bone. So give him something else to focus on that's going to totally take all of his attention. So the mantra is kind of like that. We're giving... Is this making sense?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Okay, you're following along?
Yeah.
This is what goes on in my practice. This is the kind of insights I get. So the mantra is kind of like if we imagine our mind is like a juvenile dog who hasn't been trained yet, and he's got lots of energy and he loves to run around and sniff everything. The mantra is like kind of giving that dog a bone, saying, hey, focus on this. And it works better if it's something that's meaningful to you. So if it's a tasty bone. So we could, use a mantra like hubba bubba, hubba bubba, hubba bubba, some meaningless word or sound. But for me, that's not going to be as effective because it has no meaning to me. So I always choose mantras that are related to, that point to, that invoke something that I want to connect to. So I can kind of use it prescriptively. So if I'm feeling like really low, the sun hasn't been out in a few days, it's raining, maybe I'm starting to feel kind of lethargic and depressed, I want to invoke the energy of the sun. All right? So I'll choose a mantra associated with the sun. So that's what we're going to do today. So in a way, it's honoring the day. It's honoring the sun who shows up for us every day, doesn't ask for anything in return. It's just showing up and we take it for granted because it's so consistent, right? So it's a way to honor. It's go Sunday, the sun. Of course, without the sun, we wouldn't be here. So maybe I should pay a little something back in the form of simple gratitude, a little ritual, something like that, Most other cultures have these kind of rituals, and it doesn't need to be some big showy performative thing. It just needs to be, this private special thing between you and the sun.